of Famer Dennis Rodman, known for many things, both on and off the court, and now a new documentary revealing his entire journey from the start.
Who is the real Dennis Rodman?
The force of nature that he was undeniable.
Rodman turned the NBA upside down on his head.
You never think back and say to yourself, now Dennis Rodman, which one was he?
Constantly battling his inner demon.
Dennis Rodman did dirty work better than anybody in NBA history.
Oh my God, here comes the legend of Dennis Rodman.
Wow, joining us right now, Rodman, for better or worse, NBA Hall of Famer himself, Dennis Rodman, and his agent, Darren Prince. Welcome, guys.
How you guys doing?
Good. You sat down to 30 for 30, and as usual, you were very introspective. How hard was it for you to open up about things that are so personal?
Well, folks, let's jump off into it. This is another segment of the RadioActiveRant. I am your host, Lawrence Odie. Guess who was on Fox and Friends this morning? Dennis the Word Rodman. He's telling his story about his trials and tribulations. Is anybody interested? I'm not. But I'll tell you something. As I was recording Fox this morning, they were particularly boring. I mean, they're boring anyway. But they were outdoing themselves this morning until this segment showed up, and that caught my ear. So I headed over to my console and sat my butt down and said, what is going on here? But let me give you a little something about Fox and Friends and African Americans. There's two ways you can get on that show. One, if you're an extraordinary African American who happens to side up to dictators and white supremacy. Now, if you, as an African American, if you side up to a dictator, you, in my vision, are signing up or siding up with white supremacy. That's one way you get on Fox and Friends. The other way you get on Fox and Friends is if you're an ex-convict that has made good. That's it. Two ways. And I'm going to back this up in a minute. So, Lil Nas X pens or does Old Country Road, jumps to the top of the charts. Billboard says it's not country enough. They kick him off. Billy Ray Cyrus comes in. Bang! He's been at the chart on the top of the charts for what, 14 weeks now. Fox and Friends has never met a white country singer or group that they just don't adore. I mean, look at their bumper music. You know, the bumper music is the music that goes into commercial break, and it's all country. But I question, has Lil Nas X been featured on Fox and Friends? So I went to the Google, I checked it out. I went to YouTube, I checked it out. Lil Nas X has not made an appearance on Fox and Friends. Well, boy, howdy, let's figure this one out. Okay, so he hasn't been to jail. He's not siding up with white supremacists. He's an artist. And he has a hit country song. But see, here's the mix. Here's the dirt in the mix, I should say. He's black. He's African American. Fox and Friends only does white country music. And for an African American to top the charts, Billboard charts, #1, blowing it up, it's just too much for them to handle. There it is. So, by all means, Fox and Friends, keep giving us extraordinary black men, African-American men that side up with dictators. And keep giving us ex-convicts, African-American men who went to jail and then made good. Keep giving us that. But by all means, don't give us a black man, an African-American man that doesn't side up to white supremacists but has beat you at your own game, which is an African-American topping the charts in country and Western music.